So again, do not mind the cut on my face. Like I said, I was pulling some heavy shit. Face was straining and my skin started to fall apart with how hard I was pushing. Dude, the fucking worst thing about like scabs, especially on your face, is like it starts to scab over, right? And then it looks like not noticeable because it's scabbed. But then as soon as you like shower or wash your face or anything, it just comes off and then it looks like 10 times worse. Like you cannot look at the last video where I talked about this or you saw this and then compare to this video and say that it looks like better. It's fucking worse. Should have came in today with a bag over my face. But anyways, we got some deadlifts. And as I talked about last deadlift video, we are gonna try to go for an all-time hook grip PR. So that would be anything over 585. So we could even go for 590, you know what I mean? Like, as long as it's over that 585, then we got ourselves a new max. Personally, I would like to get up into the 600s plus because I have like, although 585 is my all-time max for deadlift, I have pulled 585 for a set of 3. 3 reps of 585 on deadlift before. So I would like to get something like pretty intense, you know what I mean? Like definitely over the 600s, but it's just all about how we feel, you know what I mean? Like Tuesdays are always hit or miss for me just because I'm coming off of recording content Monday night until like 3, 4 a.m. And then I still have to edit, get my videos ready for the next day. So I don't get to bed till like really late. And sometimes I don't really feel the effects of going to bed that late and recording the content and I feel good. Like when I was able to do 585 for 3. And then some days I do feel the effects and I feel like shit. So I'm hoping that today is just one of those days where we don't really feel it and we can just lift to our potential. Bow to the weight after you lift it. You know what I mean? It's kind of a sign of respect. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're kind of, it only has to be done after a good lift. You know what I mean? Kind of like, thank you for allowing me to have a good lift. You know what I mean? Like someone holds the door open for you, shit like that. Like you don't just like say nothing and walk by. You know, you say fucking thank you. So in my culture, we like to bow to the weight after we lift it, if it's a smooth lift. So that was smooth, felt good, so we bowed to it. I think for the warm-up, I'm gonna try to focus on really driving with the legs. You know what I mean? Kind of just like exploding with the legs. Because like, I've been doing a good job with really just like having that cue of feeling the ground underneath me, you know, and just pushing it away from you. But I wanna do a better job of like, kind of like exploding with the legs, like having that quick movement off the ground. Cause like for me, the strongest part of my deadlift is definitely my lockout. Like if I can get to the bar like a certain height, I never have any struggles with it locking out. You know what I mean? It's more of just like getting it off the ground and like, you know, moving to that point to get to that lockout is what's hard for me. So yeah, you know, I just want to focus on that for this warm up and then hopefully just have that translate into the PR and we can just get it off the ground quick and then just like lock the fuck out with it. It feels good. Grip feels better than it did last week. I don't think we should have any problems with the grip. But yeah, we should be able to just get something. Hopefully a PR, but I mean, definitely gonna get some today. I don't know, man. When I just see Barbella looking thick, you know what I mean? Like, look at all this, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like grabbing, smacking, dude. It just gets me in the mood. Like, I try to like tame myself, like, Kev, dude, be calm. Like, you can't be acting out at the gym, but just like seeing her and then just even adding more weight to her, you know what I mean? Makes me fucking weak in the knees, dude. Bro, if you don't feel that way about Barbella, like, you just don't see her and can't admire her for what she is, you know what I mean? Just like a thick little baddie, you have no right to even lift her. You know what I mean? I don't want you fucking touching Barbella if you can't appreciate her beauty for all it is. The leg drive feels good today, I'm not gonna lie. Like, just having that explosiveness off the ground, it feels good. So hopefully we can translate that into the heavier weights and those feel just as good. So this is where we reach the heavy territory, where this weight and from this point on, I'm gonna really be able to get a feel for if we're gonna be able to get like a slight PR or a huge PR or a PR like overall, you know? So this is where we like really lock in and focus. Like, that felt good. It moved well, really felt the ground underneath me. Grip felt like nice and super fucking tight. Like, that shit was not slipping out, you know what I mean? Like, we had a death grip on that. So now we just put on more weight and hope that it feels the same. And I don't know, man. If I feel a little bit crazy, feel a little bit good, maybe I'll go for some like 1,000 something, break the world record, deadlift or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So, with how I feel right now, sky's the limit. Kind of feeling like universal right now. Five cookies. We're gonna steal some of Ryan's chalk. Oh. I'm gonna put on the belt. We're gonna turn on the music. And now we grab this and stand up. It still feels good. We got one last set before we go for a PR. And I'm hoping that today is just like an easy PR, you know what I mean? That like, that 90% of my max moves so smooth that there's just like nothing up for debate. Basically a guaranteed max. So we're gonna get that weight on and we're gonna pull it like our life depends on it. And I like to, like when I say that, I mean it like literally, you know what I mean? Like I always like to put my life on the line for lifts. So it's like if it doesn't feel the way I want it to, we just like off ourselves. We got windows up here, we could just crank them out, you know, head first. Lift or death. So this is like the little moment of truth before the actual moment of truth. Like the actual moment of truth is the main weight, and this is like a little moment of truth because it will tell me if the main weight's gonna be moving. That makes sense, right? It's kind of like the weight that I'm gonna put on after this is like the main event, and this is kind of like the undercard. You know what I mean? So I'm really gonna fucking dial in with this and just like really focus on just having it be super smooth, you know, just to get the body all the way warmed up. And then also give myself that confidence, because if we can move it super quick, it's like, oh, you know, 600 plus is gonna be nothing. I mean, it felt really good. Like, obviously I can't see the footage, but I don't think there was any time where I was like slowing down or anything. I think it was smooth. I wanted to go for 6:05 to tie just like my all-time PR, because that'd be pretty huge if my hook grip PR got to a point where it was the same as my all-time PR. But I think I am gonna play it a little safe and just go for 6 even. And just see how that moves. And then if everything moves right, I think what I'm gonna do next training block, so building back up to the top singles, just kind of like give myself a little taper. So just do like, don't progressive overload on the last, you know, sets of shit, just kind of do the intended weight, not really, you know, doing the most, like no crazy numbers, no crazy rep PRs. So yeah, give myself a little bit of a taper, and then just go for something crazy, like 630 plus, you know, depending on how this 600 moves. So yeah, we move on to like the main event. Decided to give into the ego a little bit, and this could be our downfall, or it would just make us that much more hype if we do get it. But I put on 605. So right now, this is the current like strap PR, like my all-time PR, right? So it would be pretty huge if we could pull this, and then at that point our hook grip PR would be the same as our all-time PR. Like that would be huge. Very nervous, but I think if we can just like get in there, not second guess ourselves, just do what we've been training for, it should go up. Like it should. This honestly should not be that bad. Like the only reason I could see myself not getting it, or just having it be really slow, is just the second guessing. Sometimes when I'm nervous, I like, as I'm setting up for the deadlifts, I do second guess. So I kind of just have to clear my head, and just focus on picking it up. I think how we're gonna think about this is we're on a date with Barbella. She's right here. And you know, we're happy, we're in the moment, and I pick her up. You know what I mean? Like I pick her up because she's feeling a little bit insecure. You know what I'm saying? She's 605 pounds. 605 pounds. So she's telling me like, Kev, I'm insecure about my weight. And I'm like, Barbella, like, no, like chill, like you're not that heavy, you know? And I pick her up to show her, and then I put her down gently. So basically, if I can't pick this up, she's gonna be very insecure and be like, see, I told you, like I'm a fat fuck, you can't even pick me up, you know? And then if we get her up halfway and we drop her, you know, she's still gonna be insecure, saying like, I told you, you couldn't even hold me up, but then she gets hurt, you know, because I drop her. So we just have to show her that you're not big, you know, you're just big boned, and everything will be okay.